Hey guys, we're here at the Origins Game Fair, and I'm here again with Kurt Covert. We're looking at a game that's not quite finished yet, but it's super cool looking. So tell us the name of it, tell us a little bit about it, and just jump in.
I will. This is so really exciting. This is the Tower of Madness. This is right now a prototype. All the art that you see, on the cards and on the tower is all pretty much ready to go. But this won't be released until this time next year at Origins 2018.
Okay.
So, that said, what is the Tower of Madness?
Yes.
Well, this is a push your luck dice game with a marble-filled tower used as a punishment device for failing your investigations of unspeakable horror.
I love it so much.
Yeah. So, the kind of hook of the game is you're investigating unspeakable horror without losing your marbles.
But it's not such a bad thing to lose them.
No, well, that's true because it's fun being insane as well. But what you're really doing is, so you're rolling dice, and for each time you roll the dice, you must plug in one die. So what you're trying to do to have a successful investigation is you have to have a gate, heart, and mind, which are essentially the 1, 2, and 3 faces of the dice. Over the course of your turn, that makes a successful investigation. And you're also trying to have the highest 2 dice total in your discovery dice. So 12, unaided by cards. That allows you to be the lead investigator of that location and vie for the victory points that are, associated there. Yeah. If, however, you fail your investigation, you can't make those first 3 die every time you roll. You can't get it. Now you must draw from the tower. And when you draw from the tower, any marbles that drop affect you and your character immediately. Now there are 4 types of marbles actually in the tower.
Should I try drawing one?
Go ahead.
All right, let's see.
Yeah. It might be early. Yeah. Well, you never know because you can't see in the tower. Oh! I heard lots of moving. Yeah. But that's only the second draw, so yeah, okay. What happens though with the tower is, while it was indeed inspired by the various types of kerplunk in the world, the interesting thing is that it does not play like kerplunk. In kerplunk, you're trying to avoid drawing anything. You don't want anything to fall. This game is different because we're investigating these horrific locations for real reasons. We're looking for discoveries. Every blue marble is worth 3 points. And just like the clock tower is worth 6 points if you were the lead investigator. So those are valuable. We're also trying to unearth forbidden knowledge in the form of spells. And you start with 2, but if you want more, you need white marbles to fall from this tower. You get 1 for each white marble. However, it comes at some risk, because red marbles represent madness, and if you collect 4 of them, you go insane, and you now join the game to bring Cthulhu.
So we switch sides.
You switch sides.
All right, cool.
As an insane player, you're not rolling dice, you don't care about points, you are just drawing from the tower and playing spells on people.
How many people play this game and want to go insane?
Many. Now, the insane players are actually trying to get the 3 doom marbles to drop. If the 3rd doom marble drops before the investigators have finished all their locations, game over. Cthulhu rises. Yep. If you're insane at that point, you go, yay!
For a moment.
For a moment before you're consumed, right? Now that said, if you are the insane player that causes that 3rd marble to drop, well, that's different.
Oh, okay.
That's a winning condition, as you are raised as the exalted.
The anti-supreme being.
Exactly right. So, now, other things to say, spell cards have both a sane and an insane side to them.
Okay.
And each of the locations has a different rolling challenge. So it starts as just a kind of generic, but now, when you go to the docks, if you roll double 1s, 2s, and 3s, you're drawing from the tower for each roll of that. Whereas there's another card where if you roll a double 4, wow, well, those are now wilds. Use them any way you want. Or if you fail this location, draw 2 horrors, or all kinds of other different things. So yeah.
All right. So next year, looking at it, what do you have any idea what the MSRP will be at that point?
That's why it does not exist today.
Understandable.
Yeah. So there's a lot of moving parts. I am trying really, really hard to make this a very affordable game for everybody. Awesome. But with plastic tentacles and dice and the tray, it's a whole bunch of stuff. So I would love to sell it for $50, but right now it's at $60. If I can't get it down lower, that's what I'll retail it for. But my hope is to drive it down further, and that's what I'm going to take the next month or two to do.
Okay. So somewhere in that range. That sounds really reasonable.
Yeah. That range.
Yeah. How many players are we looking at? 4?
It's 2 to 5.
2 to 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. And have you playtesting wise? What's the usual length of a game? Do you know?
Yeah, it runs typically 30 to 40 minutes, depending on number of players. And I said the real joy of the game. One is the push your luck mechanic on the dice, because if someone just rolled a 12 and you're trying to beat them, do I put the number in before I solve the location? Yes. And now, oh no, draw a towel. And then when you actually do, you're like, okay, what?
Right.
What
I felt like
is
I didn't know what was going to happen, but then I didn't.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. So here we got.
That was a terrible roll.
Here we got 2 madness, a spell, and the first Doom marble.
Game half over.
Yeah.
I think we both pulled at the same time. Well, super. We will definitely be looking forward to this Tower of Madness.
That's right.
From Smirk and Dagger. So thank you guys for checking it out, and we'll keep you updated as we find out more information.